Right. Right. Yeah. Hi, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't have the screen up, so I didn't see you. Hi. Ron leads these, so we're waiting for her to pop. Oh, it's recording. I meant to pause.
One of these. It's in my makeup.
Recording.
Okay, perfect. Hey guys, so glad you guys could jump on. Leadership talk. So we are going to do the same thing we do every time. I have a quick little, well, today it's a book report basically that I'm giving you. So I have a quick little something, and then we can just open it up for questions, discussion, ideas, whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart. It's an open forum, okay? So, a book report. I'm bringing you a book report. How exciting, right? I've been reading the 5-second rule. Has anybody read this?
Yes.
It's so good. I am loving it, loving it. So if you have not read it yet, the 5-second rule, it's by Robbins. And she's like a speaker and an author and a life coach and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it's so good. Did you love it, Tess?
I've read half of it.
Okay.
But yes.
I love it. And I'm listening to the audio version, and I think she is the one who is reading it. And it's so fun because the way she reads it is very conversational, and, you know, she jumps in with some, you know, I don't know, little sassy remarks here and there. And it's really, really enjoyable. So get the 5-second rule. And I'm going to give you like a quick synopsis and kind of what I've been taking away so far. I'm not all the way done yet. But anyway, basically, the idea behind the book is she, like, you know, accidentally stumbled across this 5-second rule that she named. And it's basically just how, like, it's the how-to tool on how you actually do the things that you need to do, the things that are hard, you know? How do we do those things? So she uses, you know, all kinds of examples in the book. For her, it was literally getting out of bed. Like, she could not get herself out of bed. She was the queen of the snooze button. And she said that was kind of what her, like, turning point, that was what she really needed to work on, was getting out of bed, because it just ended up like making the rest of her day kind of a disaster, you know, she would start off on the wrong foot. And so she says that she saw this like video or a commercial or something like that about like a rocket ship blasting off, and it went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. And she thought, you know what, I'm going to do that in the morning. I'm going to blast myself out of bed. And so she did just that. Well, she was surprised, like, that it kind of was just enough motivation to make her get going. And she thought, well, that's kind of weird and cheesy and so small, and why would that matter? So then, of course, she, like, started using it in, like, every decision she needed to make, and then trying to figure out, okay, why is this helping me? What's the science behind it? You know, what's the psychology behind it? And so on. And so she goes into all of that stuff in the book, and, you know, turns out there is a ton of, like, psychology and science and things that are happening in your brain when you do something like this, like that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I've really been enjoying it. So I wrote down a few things that have been kind of like sticking out, like little, you know, when you're reading a book and you're like, ooh, you know. So I've been writing down a couple of those that I wanted to share with you guys. Doing hard things doesn't mean that they are complicated. So you don't have to beat yourself up just because something's simple, like getting out of bed or, you know, private messaging somebody that has been on your list for a long time. Just because it's a simple thing to do doesn't mean it's not a hard thing to do. Simple things can be very hard to do. And our life is made up of the simple things that we need that kind of build into these bigger pictures, right? There's simple decisions and simple choices that we make in a matter of just a few seconds. And then that's what builds into our life. And so when we kind of have a tendency to beat ourselves up, you know, my gosh, how can I, you know, hit this goal of whatever if I can't even get out of bed or make it to the gym or message that one person, you know, how can I build on that? I can't even do this. And we beat ourselves up and we're like, that's so simple. It's so easy. What's wrong with me? But simple things are hard, and that's okay. And so we can just accept, you know, doing simple things isn't always easy. But we have these instincts, and this is a huge part that she talks about in the book, is learning to trust your instincts and just go with it. And so it's almost like, well, first of all, when you haven't been listening to your instincts, we end up not even being able to hear them. And so the first part is really figuring out how to tune in to those moments when you have like a window of choice. So I don't know. For me, like lately, I haven't been getting out of bed. I've been getting out of bed okay. But eating healthier or, you know, I really need to go work out, you know? So for me right now, that's kind of a big one. Every day I'm like, okay, I could squeeze in time. And then I talk myself out of it, you know? And she says that that's exactly what our brain does. We have an instinct, and that's our brain. That's like our whole being telling us, hey, there's an opportunity, there's an open window, a choice that will make you better. And then because it's something that's hard or that we just don't feel like doing, how many of us have that, don't feel like doing it, our brain kicks in and it starts totally sabotaging and saying, you know, we talk ourselves right out of it. And we're like, oh no, we come up with a million excuses, and it doesn't take long, right? It can be a matter of a couple of seconds before we've totally talked ourselves out of it. I'm the queen of like, I sit and I think for a minute and okay, I want to do this. That's my instinct. I could do that. There's my window. And then my brain kicks in and it's like, well, if you do that, maybe this could happen, or what if that happened, or maybe it'd be better later, or whatever. And I come up with all my excuses. And then the next thing that I do is I look and I'm like, well, it's not really a good time anymore. And I've totally killed it, you know, when 15, 20 seconds ago, it would have been a great time. So she talks about doing that, like looking for those windows when we have that opportunity, when our instinct kicks in and says, hey, pay attention. This is a choice that would be good for you. And we need to just go with it and learn to trust it. So right when we hear that instinct or feel that instinct, we would start our countdown. You know, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to, you know, go for a run. And so the key is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You count down and then take action. And it has to be the combination of the two. So I forget what she called it, but the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like countdown thing, there's a certain name for it. It's some type of tool in psychology. And so I guess it could be any combination of whatever. Maybe you have like a little catchphrase, you know, just do it or whatever. You could count to, from 10 backwards or whatever. I mean, it doesn't exactly have to be that, but it's just always having that like trigger tool, and then triggering yourself into action. And before you know it, your brain is like trained to do this. But she says, right when you start counting down, it triggers something in your prefrontal cortex that actually says like, it like spurs you into that action. It's like a launching pad. And so, like I said, she gets into the science, so you'll have to read the book to hear like exactly how that works, but it's a legit thing. Am I back? Sorry. Okay. So anyway, it's a legit thing. It's totally working. It totally works scientifically. So it'll push you to what you need to do. It'll help you to stop hesitating. No more hesitations on the little things. Obviously, big life decisions, like you need to take time to think about. But, hesitating before we decide to go live, or before we decide to send a message, or before we decide to reach out to, that one girl on our team who never responds, or before we decide to whatever it might be, do a training for your team, or schedule that conference call, or I don't know, whatever it may be. No more hesitating, because these things don't need a hesitation. They just need us. If they're going to make us better, then we go for it, right? We don't need to mull over it and let our brains talk us out of it, even when we don't feel like it. Because truth be told, most of the time, I think that's really what holds us back, is we're just like, I really just don't feel like it, for anything, for our work, for getting healthy, whatever, cleaning our house. Like, I just don't feel like it. And so you can totally use this rule for any area in your life. And she said this one phrase, I'm going to close with this one phrase. She said, doing these things, using this rule will help you build confidence by honoring your instincts with action. And I loved how she chose to use the word honor. She says that right in the beginning of the book. So it's kind of like a nice setup for, setting the tone for the book. But honoring your instincts. I mean, when I think about honor, I think like that goes for something that's really important and valuable and worthy. And when I think about my instincts, I don't necessarily think about them as valuable or worthy, And she says, you learn to trust yourself, honor that inner self, and stop trying to push it back down, trust it, honor it, because it is worthy and valuable of your time, of your attention, of your action. So anyway, that's it. That's my quick book report. You guys have to read this book or listen to it. It's really fun to listen to. She's very sassy, so I'm really liking it. Okay, now let's open it up. Any questions, comments, discussions, things that are bothering you? Hey, Heather.
Clean my house.
Hi.
How do you spell the author's name?
Mel, M-E-L, and then Robbins, Robbins.
Okay, got it. And who did you say narrated it? I missed that part. It kind of muted for some reason.
Well, I think she does. I think she does. Yeah.
Got it.
I love when the authors do that on the Audibles. It makes it, because you feel their passion behind their book. So I love when the authors do that.
Yes, I do too. And it's been so fun. Like, she was talking this one part about how, I don't know, she was talking about being kind of biznatchy with her husband. And she was like, when you're just being a bee and then you're like that. And I was thinking, I wonder how that would have been typed out in the book. It's been really fun.
Oh, it's good.
I missed the beginning. What was the book called?
The 5-second rule.
Okay.
Have you read it?
I have not, but I actually watched a video yesterday about self-love, and they talked about you have a 5-second window before your brain starts talking you out of things. And
yes.
I wonder if it's like an excerpt, because it was a woman that was talking about it. So I wonder if it is the same woman. I'll have to look and see what she looks like.
Oh yeah, it might be. I think she's blonde. I don't know. Anyway.
I need the 5-second rule when it comes to shopping.
Right? Well, she says you can do it. You can use it to like, with creating good habits or eliminating bad habits, And so I totally did it today. Like, you guys, yesterday, my daughter made 100,000 treats, and I am a sucker for baked goods like nobody's business. But I've also been struggling with like, noticing that I'm gaining weight, things like that. So anyway, I ate way too many of these cookies yesterday. And then before bed, I was listening to this book and I see the plate and I went to go grab one and I was like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I totally walked away and I'm like, okay, I can do this. So
Yeah.
it might help with shopping. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the cart. Your team.
Baby.
So how's everything going for your month? Does anybody have any concerns or anything I can help with or to discuss, ideas to share?
Hey, Lindsay, why don't you tell them what you did last night?
Okay, so last night I did I about drove myself crazy is what I did. But I did the Chelsea's one of my girls. She's gunning for green and I'm gunning for orange. And so she and I kind of adapted the 30-minute Facebook party that one of the Black statuses had posted about.
Yeah.
And we adapted it, and instead of just posting stock photos, which is not our favorite thing to do, because it doesn't really draw people's attention. With our stuff, you kind of have to see it to believe it, sort of thing. It's not like chocolate. You can't just be like, oh, that's good. I'm going to try that. So basically, we adapted it, and instead of doing a 30-minute post, I went live for 30 minutes. 35 minutes. And I just focused. I kind of got my groove towards the last party, but I did 4 in a row. I did a
4.
I did 4 in a row. I did a 7:30, this is how like legit I am by this. I did a 7:30 and then like an 8:15 and then a 9 and then like a 9:45. Like it was like boom, 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 boom. So like my face was hurting by the end, I'll tell you that. But I ended up total from those 4, and literally only about 6 to 12 people joined in on that live. And I made a Facebook event. And I did we kind of just adapted it. And Chelsea wrote it up, and then we kind of trained our teams on it as well. But basically what we ended up doing was we ended up, I did it, and instead of doing like pre-post for like 6 days, because to me, that kind of like people are going to get annoyed 6 days prior to a 30-minute party. In my personal opinion, I only did the day before. I did 2 posts the day before, 2 posts the day of, and I didn't tell any prices or anything like that, but that's what I did. And then I went, excuse me, and then I went and I did a roll call beforehand and then a 5 minutes until party. So basically when the party started, I told them, I said, this is how it's going to work. And of course I can do a training in the teams and stuff like that to get really in depth. But while I was on, I focused on like certain products. Said, okay, well, I have my stickers. I have a sticker and I said F1 for face. So this is F1 and this is our bronzer. And I stuck to the most neutral like eyeshadow palette and showed all the ways you could use the eyeshadow palette. And I said, okay, that's E1 is the product number. So they commented the product number of what they wanted. And I started with the Flawless 4 and I said, comment the word special. And people were going special, special, special. So in a 2 hour,
she started with half of her face done. And
with the products I'm using. So it didn't take so long. So I showcased the products as I'm talking about. I'm like, this is the Flawless 4, da 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 da. And I went like 5 minutes on that. And then I said, okay, well, this is the bronzer. This is Malibu. This is my most popular color. And the first one I did, I kind of went a little more in detail with some skincare and stuff, but it was just too much, like information overload. So I was like, you know what? They'll come, once they come with the makeup, they'll come with the skincare. So I focused on the most popular things, and I only focused on 1 lip color, 1 blush color, 1 eye palette. And I have sold more eye palettes since last night than I have sold in the last 6 months. And out of those 4 30-minute parties with just a few orders in each party, and I literally have like an order form right here, but I've sold about 1,500 in PRS in 2 hours.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, and the people who actually watched were like the meat of the party. Like those were the friends, the family that were actually going to, I mean, like this one girl, her party qualified, but this other lady, she didn't have any technical orders that I need to invoice during the party, but people went on the they clicked the link and ordered right then, or they ordered ahead of time, which is okay.
And you're
But
leaving the link open, right? You're leaving their link open for the full 10 days?
I'm saying it's only open till like midnight to kind of, it's basically helping out with sort of a impulse kind of thing, like with the oyster party. Joy. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm sneaky saying that.
No,
but
it's urgent. It's urgency.
Yeah, it's an urgency thing. And what I did is, I mean, like this party's insane. Like these ladies got specials, eye palettes, mascara, eye palettes. This one got special. And then I showcased the powder, and every single one of them grabbed a powder as well. And I just said, if you need to be color matched, shoot me a message. And that's all I had to do. And they just shot me a message, and I said, okay, here's the quiz, shoot me a selfie. Do you burn or tan or both? And then kind of did it that way. And I mean, these orders plus the orders that people just click the link. Okay. Those all together has been about, once I get these invoices, because I'm doing a PayPal invoice for the people who just commented what number they wanted. It's a little extra work for me, but it kind of holds them accountable for what they said they wanted to order during the party. Just like a jewelry party. If you say,
and
okay,
there's not, and we talked too, there's not as much sticker shock, because you all know people will put stuff in their cart and then they see the price and they're like, oh, I'm gonna,
and they're like,
out.
delete.
This kind of keeps them accountable to it.
Yeah. So
I thought it was a great idea.
Accountable, and I mean, it might not have been a lot of individual orders, but the orders were very big.
They're big.
I mean, they were big. And of course, our specials help with that. Instead of just grabbing lip gloss or just a mascara, they'll like, oh, that's free shipping and da. But I mean, of course, the Flawless 4 was huge. Yeah. Everybody wanted one of those. But I went back in this morning and I did a little graphic and I said, invoicing now. Thank you, everyone. And I just said, I'm starting to invoice. Please pay as soon as you can so I can order I made it kind of an urgency thing, like, please order as soon as possible because we want your hostess to get her credits. And then I said, here's the link. If you weren't able to catch us live last night, because anyone who was invited could still see the live. Anyone, if they did RSVP, anyone who was invited, and I legit hostess coached their brains out. Like, I sent them the message. I said, this is 50 people only, don't go over, message every single one of them individually. And I feel like that helped. Yeah. But now I've got it saved in my notes on my phone. I can just click and paste, and it was, again, I'm going to do it differently. Like next week, I'm going to do like Tuesdays and Thursdays and do like an 8 and a 9. So I have an hour window in between, or I have that hour window to do the 30 minutes and then, catch up and write down. And I did a little giveaway though, because anybody who did the roll call and entered their email address, I did a giveaway for one of these, which everybody went gaga over, and they watched the whole video till the very end. And I didn't do this till the very end of the live. Okay. So I mean, this is $9. I mean, I can get this with Cash, or I can use a half off and pay for 50 for it. It's a great, yeah. So, but I've trained my girls on it, and they're gonna start doing them. But I think once you get your flow, I think it'll work. Because Krista knows I hate Facebook parties. I hate doing them. I don't do them. I just don't. I get more from lives.
Yes.
That's kind of my thing. I think it just kind of shows my personality a little bit more. So I get more out of doing a Facebook Live. I get more orders, or just popping on for 5 minutes while I'm doing my lip gloss, telling them about our special. I got like 3 orders for the lip gloss and liner that I used. So like that's my meat of my business is the lives and the relationships and stuff like that. I don't have time to do the parties and overwhelming myself. Like, I cannot do the parties like Krista does the parties. I can't do that. I can't do. I mean, I've got a baby attached to my kneecap 24 hours a day. Yeah. So I literally can't physically go in and post in 7 different parties the exact same thing three or 4 times. I just know I can't do that. Some of my girls can do the heck out of that. Krista does the heck out of it. I just can't physically do it. So I feel like I can go live at 9 o'clock when everybody's and I'm
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so you did them in an event so that you can invite, right? Is that what you were saying? Okay, I love it.
Everyone can see a notification. Now that the event is over, it's in the past events, but
Yeah.
if I posted it, anyone who was invited can see the new post.
Right.
So someone who was invited, 2 days ago, because I started it 2 days in advance. Anyone who was invited 2 days ago was able to go in or was able to see. And I've had 2 orders since I posted the sending invoices now. If you missed it and want to order straight from her party, you have the party. I said the party's open for another 3 hours. So it kind of, again, with the whole urgency thing, it kind of works. I feel like it's more because I have color matched the fire out of 500,000 people this month, and only like 10 of them have ordered the Flawless 4. So it's kind of like, oh, I'll get back with you later, or it's
I was gonna ask you something. Oh, it reminds me of LuLaRoe.
Yes, it's like LuLaRoe, and it's like some of the paparazzi girls, how they'll go on and say, okay, this, like, you can order all of that crap from their website, like all of it. But it's like, oh my gosh, look how cool this is, or can you believe that I barely used any blush and so
I love that. I love it.
Yeah, I was kind of flustered at first because I legit had to handwrite these and copy them because my printer would not print last night.
Right.
So I was super flustered, but by the time I got to the third part, the third one, I had it like, okay, forget this. I'm only focusing on palette 1 because it works for most everybody. I'm only focusing on Malibu bronzer. I'm only going to focus on the Flawless 4. And then I'm going, of course, the mascara, duh. And then I did my biggest, if you guys don't have these 2 colors, you need to get them because they will sell like crazy. Lunar gloss and do that with the plush liner. Huge. I have sold so many of those combos since I started using it like last week. It's insane. So I just used that because it looked really good. And with the eye look, I didn't do anything crazy. I actually only did this one right here, Swanky. I did on my lid and then blended it, and it looked like the most gorgeous smoky eye, and it was 1 color. Oh, I also, most bang for your buck, I used this one as my cheek highlight, and they went gaga over it.
Fan brush.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Love it. Love it. Wow. Okay, will you do a training?
I will. I would love to do a training because I tweaked it. Like, me and Chelsea kind of worked together, and she said, don't change anything. The girl who posted it said,
it's
don't
the tag
change
team.
anything.
It's
but
the tag team one.
The tag team. Okay. Well, and then I feel like whoever did it, like, kind of, it wasn't the tag team that did it.
No, it's the tag team format, but it was a Black Status that did it.
You guys hang on. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Yeah. Okay. But I feel like you got to tweak it. She says don't tweak it, but I tweaked it.
It worked.
It worked because so I tweaked it, and I did the very first post I did was, I think it was the funny post of like, are you A, B, C, or D? And I found my own pictures. And people went crazy over it. They thought that was hilarious.
When she says that, I don't know if you guys haven't seen it. It's like, what style makeup are you? Are you nude? Are you natural look? Are you a glam look? Are you I have no idea. And she put this makeup that was just crazy. So it lets it kind of see the personality of the people that are in the party.
And you can interact with the people that are in the party, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm totally C, or I'm totally this, or I'm totally that. And I'm trying to pull it up. And they were literally like dying over it. They thought it was hilarious. I got so many.
What was that?
It was here. Hang on a second. I'll show you what I did.
Sorry,
Lisa's getting her hair washed.
What?
I love it. Lisa's getting her hair washed.
I know. I screenshot that. Thank you.
I love it.
I love it. So the very first thing I posted in the party, I said, after I did the hostess description of what the party was, but the very first thing I posted in the party was a teaser about, let me see if this is are you gonna turn? Oh, there it is. There it is. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. The very first thing I posted was this. Ours versus theirs. And it was like a teaser.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't say what theirs was. I didn't say how much ours was. I said how much theirs was. I said, so I wouldn't be a proper presenter if I didn't give you a sneak peek of our most famous product ever. This is a pic of me today wearing 2 coats of our mascara versus 2 coats of a $40 mascara from a famous European company. There are no words. I'm demoing this live for you tomorrow. And then this was the funny one I was talking about. Hang on. that one. I said, are you A, B, C, or D? And I basically just said, are you A, a glam girl, B, a wild child, C, help me, I'm clueless, or D, natural? This one has 36 comments.
Awesome. Awesome.
And then that's all I posted on the very first day. That's it. So that was that was the day before the party, after the hostess invited and told her friends, I invited you to this party. Please RSVP, et cetera, et cetera. And then the first thing I did the next day was I introduced this one, and I said, do you have commitment issues?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the wash off body bronzer.
Right.
People like to be tan, but sometimes they're scared. So I thought that was really fun. And I had orders for that prior to the parties. And then I did, oh, hang on. Let me see. I did the roll call, and it just said, enter your email, and do your own graphic or whatever. But I said, enter your email and enter your, let me see. Where is it at? I'm trying to find it. I don't know if I did it. I didn't know if I had time to do it in the very last one because most of the people were already there. But it just said, enter your email, how you know the hostess, and where you're from. And I had people from all over the United States. And I said, you have to enter your email in order to be entered into the live giveaway during the party. So I did that, and then I did a little clock with like glitter all over it, and I said 5 minutes, girls. Then I started my live, and I just named the live. I just named it. I think I just named it, for Kelly's 30-minute beauty bash, and that's where I started. And actually, I started by taking off half of my makeup and just showing them how the difference was. And then today, the day after, I said, invoicing now. Thank you, guys. Here's the party link if you would like any more info. But in the description of the event, I said, hi, ladies. Welcome to Kelly's 30-minute beauty bash. I am Lindsay McCoy, Elite Green Status presenter. I will go live and do a super fun, fast-paced flash sale type event showing you several of our most popular products we offer and how to use them all within 30 minutes. There's a giveaway at the end. Girls, no bras required. And I did a little emoji of a bikini. And I said, just your PJs, laptop or cell, and your favorite evening beverage of choice. See you all then. And I said, you can shop products before and after the live here at Kelly's link. And I put the link. That's in the description. So that's always at the top of the event.
Yeah.
Always. So I really like that because people aren't getting annoyed with Facebook groups, because I get annoyed with Facebook groups.
Yeah.
See, because now you're not just invited to join someone's business page or Facebook group. You're actually joined until you click otherwise. And I can't stand that. Like, so-and-so invited you to join their LuLaRoe page. Okay, awesome. But then I look and I'm like, wait a minute, I wasn't technically invited. I can't like opt out of this until I hit leave the page.
Right.
So this is like, it gives them an option. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's why I like the event part of it.
Yeah.
And it stays in chronological order too.
Oh.
I realized, and Taryn told me that in a group, if you click something or somebody, it pops it straight up to the top, and sometimes that drives me crazy. Because you want, especially if you're posting 30 pictures of products and somebody comments and a bunch of people like a certain product, that's going to be at the top of the page.
Yeah.
I want them to see it in chronological order. So I did it that way in an event, and everything stays in order, and I love it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Plus, it get lost in the group section.
Will you do the same, like, will you just keep doing the same look and live, or like for each one? You know, say somebody from these ones wants to book one, will you do the same exact party for them, or are you going to do a different look, or what are you thinking?
I asked the hostess.
Okay.
One of my hostesses is a college grad student, and all of the people she invited were grad students. So that's why I kind of like, she said the cheaper stuff. Like, I was like, okay. She's like BB cream or just powder. And I talked about that. And then she said, like, do a palette and how you use it in 20 different ways.
Yes.
Said, show a palette, because they'll buy a palette because they can use it for everything. Yeah. So that's why I kind of went that way. And I said, which one do you, I said, palette number 1 is probably our most common. It's kind of like, and you know, everybody likes the naked palettes, and this is like our version of it. So, and the fact that you can use it for brow, highlight and
Yeah.
everything. I thought that was perfect. And so this brow's bothering me because I didn't finish it. I'm like, so anyway, so I might change up the palettes. I really that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing the look I did last night today with the same palette. Like I'm using this palette for my brows today because I loved it so much last night.
Yeah.
So I'm gotta kind of with these, because it's so short and you gotta pile in a bunch of information. I try to do that whole keep it simple, stupid, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, the simpler the better, because if not, it's going to be information overload, you know. And so, but I like this because I could do a different eye look and just do the exact same products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. No, it's great. I love the idea of giving the host the option. I've done that before, not in this.
And she said, "Hey, I want you to do the lip look that you did yesterday because I loved it, or I want you to focus on Swanky because that's my favorite lipstick." So, you know, something like that. So that's what I ended up doing.
That's awesome. Okay, so yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want me to, I'll do a training. I mean, I feel like it's great. I'm sitting here on my computer. I'm about to start invoicing them, and I just invoice through PayPal. And here's the thing: somebody can pay a PayPal invoice just like they pay a boutique invoice. You don't have to have PayPal. It's secure, and you just use your debit. So that's why I was like, you know, because I Facebook Messenger is great and everything. But I don't like how we do our money and our budgets. I don't like a lot of money coming in and a lot of money going out at different times. And I feel like I can't keep up with that. Sometimes you can get, you know, screwed, you know, if you're not keeping up with it correctly, you know. And I don't order anything until these people pay me in their invoice. And I keep it on my PayPal account. And so when I pay for it, I'll sign in and I'll pay for it. And I've already got all the kudos, 10 kudos for a trunk. So I'm not worried about that. So all I get is their email address, their phone number, because you have to enter their phone number, and then their actual physical address. And that's it. And I'm just going to enter my PayPal information because it's going to come straight from my PayPal credit.
Yeah.
It's never going to touch my account, my physical personal account, which I've gotten burned with flash sales.
It's because there was
you know, so, so yeah. So, I mean, I feel like, I mean, now Chelsea said there's a way to do it. Like she said, I feel like don't even, you know, either give them the option to click on the website or don't, you know, or whatever. But I feel like if I'm sitting there typing out an email of everything that they said they wanted, I'm still doing the exact same amount of work. And the odds that they're actually going to click that link and shop from it and actually shop the exact same things they said they wanted during the party is slim to none.
Yeah.
And you're doing all that work anyway. And I'm like, hey, I'll just send you a PayPal invoice. And
there's also, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Square, but if you have Square now does invoicing as well. So you can do the same thing with Square.
I used to use Square all the time when I taught cooking classes and stuff. But the problem is a lot of people are scared of it because they're not familiar with it and they're not 100% sure if it's a secure site just because they haven't heard of it as much as PayPal. PayPal's great, but see, Square also charges you almost the same amount, if not more than PayPal. I just feel like I like how I can just let it sit in that PayPal account and pull from that when I place their orders instead of it going into my personal account, because with Square, you'd have to have like a personal account or a business account for it to go into. I was just trying to make it simple and kind of quick.
Well, it just gives options. It gives people, So
I've been using PayPal a lot because people have money sitting in the PayPal account, and they said, well, if I use my PayPal account, my husband won't know. And I'm like, okay.
I don't care. Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Some people, especially, I mean, we all have networks now with other small business owners. So a lot of times they leave their business stuff in their PayPal and pay for their spending and everything through that. So that makes perfect sense. That they're like, well, I can just use the PayPal credit. And either way, we're getting paid, so it doesn't matter, you know. So, but I think did I cover everything?
I think so. I love it. Okay, so you tell me when you can do a training, maybe, I don't know, a video or a mock party or something.
Yeah, I can definitely do a training video whenever you like next week, whenever you want me to, girl.
Okay, I'll message you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, that was awesome. Does anybody else have anything to share? Or...
I just want to say that Heather looks like a little model up there.
I know. I've been watching her. She's like,
she's just a model sitting there.
She does. All her hair. She's like,
oh yeah.
She's like,
stop it.
I'm here like trying to legit put on makeup.
I love it. It got me tickled a second ago. I was scrolling through because I only can see 4 people. So I was like, I want to see what everybody else is doing. And I scrolled over and Heather's all.
I was not. I'm just listening.
It's good to get
I'm like,
Hair.
I know. We're all going to just start posing.
I love it.
I know. Now for every single one, I'm going to be like.
Yes, yes.
Somebody needs to get some screenshots. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god.
It's better than just sitting over here like this.
Right? That's the screenshot we need.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
But
look,
I will say this. I also focused on all like 5 different ways that you can use the concealer because it comes in the bundle. So it kind of made them want to grab the bundle more. Because instead of using my brow palette, and because I love that, but instead of using that, I went and I did like the concealer with the brows, concealer on your lips, concealer on, under your eyes, all the different ways you can use the concealer.
oh, it's like a highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
What do you
use it on your lips for?
Girl, you don't know that one?
Oh,
I mean, I know you can use it to change the shades of the liquid lipstick, but what do you?
Okay, so if you have liner or like a Fluent is beautiful with it, or if you have like one of your liners and you want kind of a smudge proof look for like all day, do your liner and then pop it right in the center and kind of
Gives you pouty lips.
and
okay. I do that with Illuminator.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
same difference. I feel like if you're using like a liner, this kind of keeps it matte.
Mm-hmm.
You feel, because a lot of girls like the matte color, matte color.
Yeah.
And it will stay. Like it will legit stay like almost all day long. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try that. She gonna sell some concealers now. She's like, it is on.
I always suggest it to like I have pretty colored lips naturally, so even when I use like our really nude lipsticks, they're not as nude as some looks, as I want for some looks. So I'll use the concealer and erase my lips.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And we all hate you because of that.
No.
We love you. We love you. Hate you. No.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Personality.
Well, this was fun.
Lisa, you're looking good.
Yes.
I know.
Lisa, what color are you going?
Where is she?
Well, Haley commented where I tagged her, and she's all, "I'm sorry, I'm in a hair appointment." And I'm like, "Yeah, so is Lisa." No excuse.
It's like black and red.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Cherry Coke.
Yes.
Cherry Coke. Cute.
So cute.
Love it.
So cute.
Oh, so fun. So fun. Okay. I think that's it, guys. Unless anybody has other stuff.
I don't think so.
Rolling.
Okay. All right, guys. Have a fabulous day.
Okay, you too, girl.
Okay.
Thanks, Darling.
We'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.